Students at an elementary school were asked to write an essay about what they would like God to do for them. At the end of the day, while grading the essays, a teacher read one that made her very emotional. Her husband, who had just walked in the house, saw her crying and asked her, "What happened?" She answered, "Read this. It is one of my school's students' essays." And it said, "Oh God, tonight I ask you something very special. Make me into a television set. I want to take its place and live like the TV in my house. Have my own special place and have my family around me to be taken seriously when I talk. I want to be the center of attention and be heard without interruptions or questions. I want to receive the same special care as the TV set receives, even when it is not working. Have the company of my dad when he arrives home from work, even when he is tired. And I want my mom to want me when she is sad and upset instead of ignoring me. And I want my brothers to fight over me. I want to feel that family just leave everything aside every now and then just to spend some time with me. And last but not the least, ensure that I can make them all happy and entertain them. Lord, I don't ask you for much. I just want to be like a TV." At that moment, the husband said, "My God, poor kid, what horrible parents." The wife looked up at him and said, "That essay is the essay of our son." In a nutshell, emotional neglect is when a parent fails to see, know, or understand their child as they really are, rather than through the lens of what the parent thinks they are or wants them to be. It sometimes means a lack of attention and care at others. It is a lack of boundaries, rules, and structure. Sometimes it is a lack of encouragement and a failure to provide the tools and lessons needed to navigate the world. Other times, it is parents who are overly busy and distracted and simply fail to see their child in a way the child needs to be seen. Emotional neglect can be present even when the parent is providing for all the child's physical needs. It can be present in otherwise loving, caring, and well-meaning parents. There are various different reasons why a parent may be emotionally neglectful, ranging from simply not having a better model from their own childhood to not having enough emotional resources due to being overworked or otherwise overloaded, to struggling with their own depression and or grief, as a variety of other scenarios. A study shows that oftentimes parents become emotionally neglectful because they too, in one way or another, had been neglected. Take a moment and reflect on the following statements. You tend to judge yourself harshly, generally not much as you would judge others, but harsher at times. Find it hard to know how you are feeling or put your feelings into words. You often feel disappointed or angry at yourself, sometimes for small or no reason at all. Feel lonely and alone, even when you are surrounded by others. You tend to feel like you don't belong, even when you are with friends and family. You tend to feel like you are on the outside looking in. You feel empty inside or numb. Secretly, you feel that there is something deeply wrong with you, and if others found out, they'd leave you. You tend to have difficulty managing your emotions so that when you are upset, it's so hard to self-soothe. You are fiercely independent and sometimes have trouble asking for or receiving help. People sometimes say you are cold or hard to connect with. You often feel sad, unhappy, or blue, but are unable to discern why you are feeling this way. You worry that you are unable to reach your potential, be it at work or in your personal life. You tend to have difficulty accurately and objectively noting your strengths and or your weaknesses. You struggle with self-discipline. It's either too much or too little. If most of the statements depicted you, then chances are you grew up with emotional neglect too. And the cycle is repeating itself in your relationship with your children. But fear not, for the cycle can be broken. All you need to do is to be conscious of what is happening and exert extra effort to spend more time and attention with and to your child. Difficult? Yes. Impossible? No. Sacrifices have to be made, however, but those sacrifices are nothing compared to the legacy of happiness and strength that we would have left our children with. May the ties of family love and understanding bind you all, now and always. We'll see you in our next episode. This is your host, Toti San Pedro.